Hello, and once again we are back with the tale of Bardalicious, the greatest bard to ever walk the Sword Coast. Since the last episode, I have done absolutely nothing other than check my inventory to see what I have. There are a few things. I could put this rapier upon my person. It would give me some sort of melee attack, which would be beneficial, as well as a few light crossbows, which I think do roughly the same amount of damage as my hand crossbow. Slightly more. We're going to use those instead. Now, the plan is for anybody who has not played this game before, instead of using the story characters and forcing them into unfamiliar territory, as I'd like to call it, I'm going to find the character who can give me quote-unquote mercenaries who will help me fulfill my destiny as the greatest bard who ever lived. I will, on the flip side, still keep these characters around, but they will be staying at my camp for most of the game.
What's hiding here?
It's also dependent on if I, don't sock off myself.
Corpse. Since you awoke on the ship, your mind has been cold and empty, but something stirs. With your hands close to this body, you know nothing of why, but you find a half smile flittering across your face.
Try to remember the last time you stood above a corpse.
As soon as you delve into your mind, it is filled with flashes of 1,000 different dead. There is something unknown and unspeakable deep within your heart.
I think it's more important that she's awake and alive.
You're alive. I'm alive. How is this possible?
Perhaps it was some dramatically timed divine intervention.
The divine tend to keep their interventions close to the chest. Though, I suppose it's not impossible.
So now what?
First things first. We need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads.
That's a good point. You want to stay together?
We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company.
So, until we get to said character, who can get me new and improved members of my troop, we will be sticking with the main characters going forward. Alright, let's get
One
moving.
thing, just before we go, I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that. Lead the way.
On my way.
Alright. We've found our first party member and we are traversing through unfamiliar territory. There are the remains of a crashed ship behind us and swaths of dead in front. We will determine exactly what happened here, and exactly how to get this thing out of our heads. But for the meantime, might as well read somebody else's mail. Sigh. I love you. There, I said it. And if you meet me tomorrow, I'll say it again and again. And keep on saying it until we're old and gray. So let's do it. Let's go to Baldur's Gate. I know it's risky, but so is staying here. The last few months have been hard, but they're always a little better when you are here. Leave your boat and meet me at the hill overlooking the old bridge. Bring whatever you can carry. We'll make do without the rest. Don't be late. Love, Anna. Ooh. Hate to break it to you. He's not gonna make that. Not gonna make that rendezvous. Take that fish. These inselective hours don't have anything on them, but these fishers do. Like some things survived the crash. Hey! Don't go running away.
Better stay back. One strike could be lethal.
Or do. Hey, I'm not one to judge. How do I want to deal with this? 12, 10, 9. Okay.
I'm talking. Feculent beast.
Fighting words. Straight from my mouth. Yeah, they've only got to waste their turn to dash to us. That's something.
On I go.
Get you there. Get that one out of the way. And then... Perfect. Good way to start off the combat. They've got to waste their movement to get to us.
You fight well.
Perfect.
Perhaps our survival isn't such a distant prospect.
Beautiful. Now, I did have the contemplation. What if, and I do think that this will be something that I do down the line, what if I spec people into other classes? But that kind of breaks my original idea of doing it with all bards. So, my plan is, once we get to Withers, and I get new party members, I will start them all off as bards, and then I will spec them into other things as we go along to make a more robust party, so we're not just all doing the same thing and getting completely overwhelmed. I thought about doing that with the main characters, however, the biggest issue that I find with that is that they're not bards per se, quote unquote. You know, they start off as something else and then spec into bard, whereas I want to be a traveling troupe who is running through the Sword Coast and making our name as we go. So, for the meantime, I will just continue to spec them into whatever they're already spec'd into until I get to my troupe. That being said, there's not a whole lot of interest that goes into the next level of bard. We get a new spell, which is great, but beyond that, there's not a whole lot. I think in the end I will end up taking your wounds. Somebody's going to need to be a healer. Why not the one with the sickening smile hiding behind their eyes?
Footprints. There may be even more that survived the crash.
It's very astute. Hey, what's that?
Dead goblins over there. Worth checking.
You approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
Hey, what you know doesn't hurt you won't hurt you until it does. I'm gonna touch the sigil. Oh.
A hand? Anyone?
Attune yourself to the sigil's magic, then bid it to quiet down. I can do this with my own charisma.
Whatever you're doing is working wonders. Now a quick little pull should do the trick. Hello. I'm Gale of Waterdeep. Apologies. Usually better at this.
Name is Bardalicious. Have you seen the rest of my troop? I seem to have misplaced them somewhere.
A bit shocked, but friend, it's a relief and a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Say, but I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking.
Oh, you know me because
Lloyd as well.
Oh. Yes. Yes, I was.
Then I can only assume you too were on the receiving end of a rather unwelcome insertion in the ocular region.
I mean, I couldn't have phrased it any more repellently myself.
No use sugarcoating it, is there? The insertee we speak of, this parasite, are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it will turn us into mind flayers? It's a process known as ceramorphosis, and let me assure you, it is to be avoided. You don't happen to be a cleric by any chance, do you? A doctor? Surgeon? Uncannily adroit with a knitting needle?
Unfortunately, I'm just an incredibly talented
You seem to know enough
songstress.
about our condition to realize it's beyond most clerics' skills.
Most, no doubt, but I find myself hoping to be in the presence of the few. You don't happen to be one of them.
Unfortunately, no.
As we've established, few enough can. It's not exactly a common affliction. We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon, too. How about we lend each other a helping hand once more and look for a healer together?
Sounds like a plan, as long as you don't slow me down.
Most excellent. A parasite shared is a parasite halved. Or something to that effect. Oh, but before you think you're about to embark on a journey with most ill-mannered a man, thank you for pulling me out of that stone. It was an act of foresighted kindness, I assure you. For I have the feeling ample opportunities will present themselves for me to return the favor.
I will be right back after I finish leveling up Gale. So, in the end, I ended up equipping him with Magic Missile and Shield going forward until we, cast him aside like the arrogant prick he is.
With ease.
But continuing on,
Live in more interesting times.
let us find our way
With haste.
this way, I believe. See if we can't find anything of interest. Ooh, there's a person.
Zoru was right. Yellow as a toad and twice as ugly.
The thing's dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
And if it escapes, how will you... Oh, a guest.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
Get rid of them.
Oh gods! You've caught a scout. The Gith invasion force is right behind me. Save yourselves! Sure. I didn't need it.
Hells, this isn't worth it. I'm out of here.
Enough gawking. Get me down.
Say please.
Never.
Let me just get you down quick. There we go.
The tadpole hasn't yet scrambled all your senses. Auspicious. But the longer we wait, the more it consumes. My people possess the cure for this infection. I must find a creche. You will join me.
Careful. She obviously sees your kindness as weakness. Don't let her take advantage.
A simple thank you wouldn't go amiss. I would also like to implore to you, a little kindness wouldn't go too far. You are incredibly rude.
You may as well suggest a wyvern bow to worms.
See what I mean?
The cure I offer will suffice as thanks.
Rude. Alright, we journey together.
You made an ally from Kresh Kalir. Few know such fortune. Call me Lae'zel.
I'll trust your judgment, but I won't trust her. Not until I've gotten the measure of her.
You've a sharp tongue, elf. Would that your mind proved its equal.
Half-elf. I suppose the finer details are lost on a creature like you.
Come. The Horned Ones mentioned a camp. One there, this Zoru, has seen Githyanki. A creche must be near. We will ask this Zoru where he has seen my kin.
And once again, I will return once she is leveled.
Reaction.
Luckily enough, fighter is pretty easy to level.
No time to rest.
Okay.
Swift as my feet can carry
We
me.
now begin to move slowly and silently and suddenly in this direction.
I don't need any attention right now.
My dark urges are compelling me to do something. Something
These boots have seen everything.
would compel me.
You!
Oh, he saw me.
Not another step, hear me? Boss! Got company up here!
What's wrong with your face?
What's this then? Trying to creep around us and loot the crypt? Not happening. Or is it the ship you're after? Don't matter either way. It's ours. All of it.
Really? I mean, that ship is full of monsters. I wouldn't go anywhere near it. Wouldn't mind.
Well, in that case, come on, you lot. No point in getting killed. Second worm gets the cheese and all.
Second mouse gets the cheese, no?
Nobody's getting any damn cheese. Now move it.
Right.
It would have been quicker to kill them.
It would have. And that was my original intent, but they saw us.
Go.
Therefore, I must use my silver tongue to get us through this. Okay. So, there's a door down here. I do believe that we go in that way.
Why do you people look? Everything all right out there?
Yes, it's me. Let me in.
You sound a bit shaken, Moss. Hang on while I find the key.
Who the hell's... You're dead!
Are we?
I am fury. I am death. No choice but to keep going.
Creator, destroyer. Knight to King 5.
Ooh. That hurts. That definitely hurts. That being said, I will give Bardic Inspiration there. Give a hearty, vicious mockery. I'm not sure I understand half the words that are coming out of my mouth.
Can't afford to let up.
Okay. Perfect. We get through his surprise round. And down he goes. Simple. Easy.
Lae'zel has a dangerous look in her eyes. Let's just hope she reserves those impulses for any common foes.
That would be interesting. My memories are all gone. Is your tadpole playing a trick on yours?
I understand why you ask, but memory loss is not as uncommon as you'd think. There may be other causes.
Well, regardless, I do think that we should press forward.
Who are those prayers for? Normally the patron god is obvious. Not here.
Good point.
Gods, I need a drink.
Uh-oh.
What path lies before me?
Well, if we can take them out one at a time, might as well.
How'd you get past Andor? Back off!
How do you think I got past Andor? Not a great start.
I am death. My path be true.
About there. Perfect. I'll take that.
Ready.
Good way to make up for that natural one. Oof. Okay. Well, get that out of the way. Nothing.
I ain't going home empty-handed again.
All right.
Ready for anything.
Let's get all of our free attacks in all at the same time.
Cloak and dagger, my favorite.
Good way to start off.
Well, so much for peace.
Knocked out. Surprising. Alright.
Victory awaits. On the move.
Need you to get out in front.
Let me recite their demise.
Talk to me. Have to keep going.
Alright. Get through our surprise round. See, there's 3 other people in this room. We have better initiative than all 3 of them. So,
Swift and lethal.
Lae'zel wouldn't mind. I do believe that the other person's saved. At least get in their face.
Breathing, despite everything.
He looks dangerous and like something that's going to, something who is going to kill me very quickly if I get too close to him. She is on the edge of my range. I think I'll go that way. Perfect. And then there were 2.
Death is but a word away. Pawn to cleric 4.
I think we take out this one first. He has a lot of health. A lot of health that I would not like to deal with later.
Down with you.
So we keep them in place. Unless they for some reason don't get an attack of opportunity. I guess because she doesn't have a melee weapon in hand. He decides to rage instead. And does a lot of damage. We're not going to worry about you right now, Torga. We have other pressing concerns. So much so that I think I will use one of my first level spell slots.
Fury. I am death.
She can't get close, but we will take care of him. Or not. We could also just completely whiff. Alright. Well, in that case, you're gonna go and get in Torga's face. Pull out your melee weapon so she can't get away so easily.
Rough tempest I will raise.
And hope that Gale's attack will seal the deal. It does not. Alright, Shadowheart. It's up to you now. Perfect. As I planned. Alright. If you wouldn't mind healing yourself. Perfect. Ow. My concentration on a spell that nobody is attached to anymore. Oh no. Whatever shall I do? Fight was over before you even knew it began. course, it would be over faster if some people could hit their mark.
Let's finish this. On the move.
Sacred Flame. There we go. There we go.
That might be worth a look. I wonder what that did.
The Unclaimed.
Here goes nothing.
In life, her service had been impeccable. Daily did she devote herself to the Lady of Loss. Daily did she free herself from the tyranny of memory. All in time was lost to her, her relations, her preferences, even her own name. Upon the altar of her devotion placed she the ultimate offering, her emptied mind. And when she died, she awoke in death, and found herself stranded on the pale and faded city of judgment. She waited for the Lady of Loss to retrieve her. 1,000,000 souls and more passed her in colorless gusts, but no hand materialized in her hand, no voice whispered instructions in her ear, no guidance proffered itself from the bleached and barren sky. Time, immaterial time, passed her like the air, coming and going, and still the goddess did not come for her devotee. Kelemvor emptied her. Kelemvor pitied her. As much did as the Lord of the Dead is able, but could not intervene. The cleric of the city, the cleric of the Lady of Loss, unclaimed despite her worthiness, might yet have one more lesson to learn, but not of forgetting, but of being forgotten. Rough. I'm not sure that we should leave him locked out. Better to kill him and be done with it. In that, however, we do find an open door. That must be what the lever in the back of that room over there did. The dank crypt. Few gold over here.
Let's have a look.
Few gold over there. Now there are two ways to go. There's the heavily oak doors, as well as another set of heavy oak doors over here that are locked. I could try and unlock them. I'm gonna try and unlock them. See if I can. I think I have a set of these tools.
Then I can crack that open.
I do. If you wouldn't mind giving me guidance. Perfect. There's some bodies in here.
Armed scribes, but no sign of a struggle.
I'll take everything you have. There's a button. That is a button. Perfect.
That's curious.
Oh. That is a problem.
Pals, something just woke up down here.
Let them come. The darkness can be to our advantage.
Well, hopefully. there's another one over here that I missed.
Where do I go from here?
I think we do make our way this way. Oh, these looks the most dangerous. Probably the warrior. He saved. Unfortunate.
Victory is assured. Outflank, outsmart.
If they decide to come to us, they'll have to get through some grease.
Stay focused. Onward.
Get that out of the way. He fell. Ow. Well.
Blood comes easy these days.
We do need to take care of this
I
one.
have to lose.
And it does not lose concentration. Not a whole lot else I can do. You had advantage and you still missed. Surprising.
Battle of wits. In striking distance.
Alright. Well, at the very least, the concentration was broken. We need to stop from being bombarded by these on the outside there. Perfect. Radiant guiding bolt. A new silence has been cast. That one is able to stand and make an unarmed strike against Lae'zel. Lae'zel is not looking too hot right now. That one gets stabbed in the back. Lae'zel, you wouldn't mind? You missed. I'm going to have you action surge. Take another strike. At least you hit with that one. And with your bonus action, heal yourself. Good.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Lily loves limpet luster.
That was a lot of alliteration. We are going to move this way and give some bardic inspiration to Gale.
A tale for the ages.
So we have this one, we have this one. Then we have one in the far corner that I can't reach. So we're going to take out this one, if I can. There we go. If I can kill it. Rough. Okay. That one is going to come closer, I would assume. Another silence has been cast. Good.
Time to push my luck again.
Make it run through
about you.
Perfect. Good way to start.
Path lies before me.
Allow me to demonstrate.
Right, that way.
Don't get too close.
I guess the best thing to do right now would be to get you around the corner.
My faith will protect me.
It's a bonus action. Heal yourself. See if you can get through Gale's grease. You cannot. In fact, you fell almost immediately. Ow.
Let's light them up.
Alright. Good. Good.
The cost. Need to find a way forward. Listen up.
It's safe.
Customers discharge.
65% to hit with Sacred Flame. 70% chance to hit with Firebolt. I'm going to use that instead. Of course, that grease being there is going to cause problems now, isn't it? Everybody out of the grease. I'm going to start it on fire. Oof. Get it out of the way.
Can't give up now.
A book.
This book is far lighter than it should be with such a massive lock.
Let's search the arcane runes for sabotage. Shadowheart, if you wouldn't mind. Perfect.
As the lock opens, a loose page comes with it. Magic pulses from the parchment. What was once script is now an obliterated scrawl. You have a sense these are names, a list. But of what?
Examine the book more closely. Alright. Good rolls today.
Gods. These are the names of gods, once lost but now restored after the Second Sundering. The last three names in this book sit close together, but are so devastated by the scrawl as to be unreadable. Entire pantheons have dwindled and been reborn, silently recorded by this book.
That is interesting. I'm going to take this book with me if I can. Might be useful later.
A lot of effort to hide one sarcophagus.
That is true. Got a few things in there. Might as well loot this while we're at it. Uh-oh. That looks less than ideal.
So he has spoken, and so thou standest before me. Right, as always. What a curious way to awaken. Now, I have a question for thee. What is the worth of a single mortal's life?
That is a difficult question to answer. I was a little bit spooked by the crawling out of the tomb. What are you?
I am not the same as those thou hast slain, if that is what thou askest. Wilt thou answer my question?
Of course. Yes, ask away.
So, I ask again, what is the worth of a single mortal life?
There are so many answers to this. Life is worth only as much as the legends that remember it.
A life and how it is lived are different equations. Very well. I am satisfied. We have met, and I know thy face. We will see each other again at the proper time and place. Farewell.
Okay. We have awoken a long sleeping undead who says that he will see us in the future. With that, I will see you in the future. Later, everybody.